I tried doing this video a week ago, but I was a little too fast with it, with the brushing and saying words, so I decided to remake it. Hopefully this one's a little more slower, though, so. Last time I read all the beginning words in this, Oxford Dictionary, English to French, or rather no, just French words dictionary, starting with A's, going down the list, but I think I'm gonna start off with, yeah, I kind of got an idea just right now, to start with, the S's, and the ones that have, like, the sound, the heather feather sound. One moment, let me just turn to the SC. As the French speakers might have noticed, and even some of people who study or watch French films, my French isn't all that good, so I do apologize if I butcher the language and if my accent is nails on a chalkboard for you, but I do have to practice it sometimes, so hopefully this is an opportunity for me to get better towards the end. There we go. So to start off, I'm going to be starting off with, it says how to pronounce it, but it has an O that I think belongs to, like, Sweden, or, yeah, I think Sweden. It's Skabios, something like that, Skabios. Okay, and then while I'm reading, I'll be brushing the camera like that. Yeah, okay. So, Skabios, Skabruz, Skafferlati, Skald, Skaline, Scalp, Scalpel, Scalpe, Scamone, Scandal, Scandal, Scandalosmo, Scandaloso, Scandaliser, Scande, Scandanive, or Scandinave, Scancion, Scaphandre, Scaphandrier, Scaffoid, Scapule, Scapulea, that means scapular, scapulary, scapular, Scapulo humeral, Scarabus, beetle, scarab. Oh, I jumped over definition. Scapulohumeral. I'm assuming that has to do with, like, and this is just my best guess, but like having the scalpel in specific the humerus bone? I don't know. It doesn't provide a clear definition, so I do apologize. Scarabaei, scarab of course. Les Scarabaei, the beetles. Scare or scar, parrotfish, scarus. Scarificachu, hoeing machine. Scarification, scarifier, to scarify. I feel like that would be like one of those things where you try to say something more intelligent than it actually is, or trying to say something that's more intelligent than it actually sounds by adding more syllables to it. And I feel like to scarify is like to scare, but the same sort of principle where you're adding more syllables to make yourself sound more intelligent, which is ironic. To scarify, where is it? Oh, scarlatine, scarlet fever, or scarlatina. Escarole. It means chicory, but in English chicory means also like French chicorée, the blue-flowered plant cultivated for its root, which dried and ground may be mixed with ground coffee. Scatology, that's a study I don't know, so can't explain it. Scatologique, scatological. Sco, to be stamped with the marks of genius. Sous les douze cut, under the seal of secrecy. The Lord Chancellor Solomon's seal. Oh, that makes sense, because Solomon was like the wise. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think I've ever heard of Solomon's seal, but the fact that I know it now is cool. Scelerat, villainous, wicked, rascal, villain, scoundrel, rascal, miscreant. Sceleratez, villainy, rascality, wickedness. Scale, A, to take off the seals. Salmont, fastening, fixing, scaling. Scellé, to seal up, to fix, to fasten. Enclose, to ratify, to confirm. Schooler, sealer, cement maker. Scenario, son, scene, sonique, scenic, theatrical, picturesque, telling. Scenography, scenography, scene painting. Skepticism, skeptique, skeptical, skeptiquement, skeptically. Sceptra, shabrak. I think this is all gonna have that sh sound, and I much prefer sk sort of sounds, the more hard consonant sort of sound. I think I'm gonna skip over to the SK. I was at the SC. Every time I have to make like a sound effect for transitioning, it reminds me of Bo Burnham's transitional sort of jokes that he makes while he's going from one joke to another. Every moment is a comedic moment. Every moment can be a comedic moment. Oh, there it is. Okay. They only have 3 words that have SK on it though, and that's ski, which is to ski, and then skier, which is ski runner, and then skunks, which is skunk fur, and that's it. Let me see, I'll go to the T's. Oh, that's right. Okay. T. Okay. I think I'm gonna start off with the T sound. Yeah. Or no. There's a little section here that has TIT, so that'll sound double consonants. So, to begin, Titan, titanium, titanium, titane, containing titanium, titanesque, titanifier, titaniferous, titanic, titanic, can't say that one. Titillación, titillation or tickling. Titiller, to titillate or to tickle. Titrage, testing a saying. Titre, that is page, head, heading, inscription. Caption, chapter, division, title, style, name, appellation of honor or dignity, the right to hold a certain office. Titre, that is to determine strength of a solution. Titre, titubant, staggering, reeling, tottering. Titubation, titiabación, I think that's what it told me to pronounce it as. So staggering or reeling. titube, to stagger, to reel, to stumble. Titule, titulary pertaining to a title, titular regular head. Titulariate, titularize, Titus, Temez, Tuacion, toast, toaster, Towagan, tok, tokan, toxin, Todie, doj, tohubohu, Toa, toilage, toile, toile, toilerie, toilette, toilet, toise, toisé, toiseux, toisson, toi, toiteux, tokai, tokay, tol, tolerable, tolerance. That reminded me of my French accent, so that's unfortunate. Toléré, tolé, toletier, tolier, tolé, tolouen, tomahawk, tomaison, toman, tomate, tombac, tombal, tombante, tombe, tombeux, tombe, tombelier, tombelle, tombe. Tombe means to fall down, to drop down, to tumble, to droop, to hang down, to throw oneself, to decay, to degenerate, to flag, to die out. So basically, just fizzling out. Tomberu, tombe, tombola, tom, tomento, ton, ta, they. Those are the pertaining to, what are they called? Possessive adjectives, yep. Tonal, tonalité, tondage, tondal, tondaison, tondeux, tondeuse, tondré, tondu, tonicité, tonifiant, tonifié, tonique. Tonitruante, tonitrué, tonka, tonquinois, tonnage, tonnante, tonné, tonnu, tonalé, tonolé, tonelai, tonné, tonéron. I think for a little while I might just flip pages and just keep brushing the camera. I know Raffy Taffy took out or put out another video where he it was a brilliant idea in all honesty, where he made a video where he was making like proposal sound, or rather that he was choosing like proposal sounds, basically like proposal rings, but for sounds. And when he opened the box, like the ring box, a sound would come out, a very popular sound. And I'm trying to recall what the other sounds were. I know he used Heather Feather and Massage ASMR the most, but I can't remember which ones he used. So I'm drawing a blank. So right now I'm just using the ones that I know have hard consonants. Now let me try and find those. Oh. What is this? Oh, it's just an engine. I wonder when this book came out. Look. That's cool. But I wonder when this book came out. Oh, and it even has the parts labeled. Ooh. This was first published in 1934, reprinted with corrections in 1935, and then 1940, 42, 44, 47, 50, 52, 54, 56. So originally it came from 1934, and then last publication was 1956. That's really nice. I like finding old books. Oh, let's start with the cues. I'm gonna start with the ending page on the cues, and then I think I might finish up after that. So, to start, quinton, quinte, quintifiu, quintessence, quintessencie, ou sensier, quintessencier, quintet, quinteux, quintili, quintillion, quinto, quintuple, quintuple, quinzaine, or quinzaine, quinze, quinzevent, quinzième, 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 quiproquo, quitas. I'm reading the pronunciation, I'm not reading the word anymore. Quitas, quit, kite, quitier, qui va là, qui vive, quack, colib, coran, quap, copa, cotige, cotigeon, nu, or contigeonnement, cocha, cotit. I'm gonna stop at 18. Yep, like 18 minutes precisely. That way it can be even. Four.